Hi guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to the Wandering Reader. Today I'm going to be doing my February TBR. So for those of you that watched my January TBR, it ended up being quite a big TBR and there were 3 books that I didn't get around to starting at all in January. So I kind of wanted to scale back my February TBR just a little bit, just because I think, yeah, I don't want to go too over ambitious. So I've got one book that I want to talk to you about at the beginning, and then I'm going to be drawing the bits of paper out of my 2 jars that I've got and kind of building my TBR from there. So the first book that I have on my February TBR is The Honeymoon, and this is by Tina Seskis. I'm doing a buddy read of this with Lisa from Books and Smiles. She watched my ARCs TBR video, and this was one of the books that I mentioned in that particular video. And she also has a copy of this on her shelf, so we're going to be buddy reading this together at the beginning of February. This is a thriller focusing around a couple who go on honeymoon to this kind of tropical island, and then after a couple of days the husband goes missing and the wife's trying to work out where he's gone and whether their relationship was actually as she thought it was when she married him. So yeah, it looks really, really good, and I'm interested to see how much of a good thriller it ends up being. One of my goals in 2018 as well was to join in on my friends' Goodreads buddy groups every month. So I haven't picked out a book for this yet, just because not everyone has posted what their February choices are. So I kind of want to wait and just see what the remaining few choices are for February before I make up my mind. So I'll do that a bit later on, and then I'll add that to my TBR later. The next book that I'm going to put on my TBR is out of my booktuber recommends jar. So this was all of the recommendations from the 12 booktubers that I talked about in that video at the end of December. So give it a little swirl round, and we're going to go with this one. Oh my god. Okay, so here we go. It's Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. So this is Katie from Life Between Words pick for me. So there we go. This is an absolutely massive book. It's like 900 pages. Oh no, it's not. It's like over 1,000 pages. So that's even more of a reason not to make my February TBR too big. Yeah, because I'm going to be reading this time. I'm really excited about it, but a little bit intimidated too, so we'll see how it goes. Next up, I'm going to pick my theme out of here that I do every month to build my TBR, so we'll see what we get. Again, I'll give it a little scrunch around, and we'll go with, what's this one? So this is, oh wow, cool. So it's book to movie adaptations. So I'm going to go and pick a few different books and come back and let you know what I've picked out. Okay, so I'm back and I picked out 4 book to movie adaptations. So the first of those is The Light Between Oceans, and this is by M.L. Stedman. I've been meaning to read this for a while anyway, because it was on my 5-star predictions video, and I've got 2 books left to read off of that, and this is one of them. So yeah, I've heard the book and the movie are really, really good, and that's what I want to do this month. I want to read these 4 books and then watch the movies of them as well. So I'm going to go and look on Amazon for cheap copies of the movies. So yeah, that's the first one. The second one that I've got here is Brooklyn, and this is by Colm Toibin. I think that's how you pronounce that. This is one I picked up recently in the last couple of months. And I believe it's about a woman who moves from Ireland over to New York, and about sort of her experience of settling in. So I've never read anything by this author before, so that would be really cool to dive into some of his, I want to say his, is that right? Yeah, his. Dive into some of his writing and see if I like it. And I've also heard that the film's quite good at this as well. It sort of, it does a very, it's filmed in a very unique style is what I've heard. So yeah, I'm interested to pick that one up. Then I've got here Dennis Lehane's Shutter Island. When the film first came out of this, I was totally captivated by the trailer. I really, really wanted to watch it. I think it's going to be a little bit scary for me, but we'll give it a go. And I've heard the book is quite good as well. I can't remember whether it was April's Buddy Reads group or Krista's where they read this last year. I want to say it was April's, but I just didn't get around to reading it. So good opportunity to pick it up now. And then lastly, I've got Jeffrey Eugenides' The Virgin Suicides. I've heard mixed things about this book, but it super intrigues me, so I really want to give it a go and then obviously watch the film afterwards. So that, guys, is my February TBR. It doesn't look particularly big, but then I'm quite intimidated by this one, so I don't want to put too many other things on my TBR and it be totally unrealistic. I am still reading the non-fiction book that I picked out in January. I've got a couple of other books on the go at the moment that I'm sort of hoping to finish at the end of January so I can dive afresh into this pile of books. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let me know in the comments below whether you've read any of these and what you thought of them, and which one maybe you think I should pick up first. I'm thinking that I'm going to start my buddy read of this one with Lisa and then pick this one up at the same time, just because I think I should start reading it from the beginning of the month. But yeah, let me know whether you've read any of them, and then the film adaptations, whether you've seen the films as well. I'd love having a chat with you guys. Thanks very much for watching. I'm going to put these down because these are heavy now. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.